Perfect beginning. That's how we start. The camera's crooked. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I can, so it's looking kind of funny. But good morning, everybody. We're getting rolling here. Wednesday morning. Ooh, girl.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good
Mm,
morning.
mm, 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 mm.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Early in the morning. I say good morning. Hello. How are you?
Uh-oh.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Early in the morning.
All right. All right, right to it. Happy hump day, whatever the heck you call it. It's Wednesday. You're halfway through the week. If you work the 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, that is. Waking up on a Wednesday, I'm Sapphire'S. You're listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour. Oops, just moved the microphone. Committed one of the sins of the world of this studio. Oh, happy Wednesday morning. Today is a very great day. Today, not only is it a nice, beautiful May day, and I don't mean May Day like we're all sinking down in the ship. I mean, it's May, baby. But today is eat whatever you want day. How'd the bell get over there? Eat whatever you want day. That's the kind of day I'm talking about. We always talk about trying to get healthy on this show, but not today, Mary. We're going to eat whatever we want today. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, but, you know, we get so spun up about everything, but the reality is none of it really matters. We got abortion's a big issue. We're arguing over the right to kill. It's nothing to be proud of. And there's great stories on both sides of the issue, right? There's great reasons for both sides of the issue. So, hey, you know, there's always those things that are said that somebody finally, you know, you were thinking it, but somebody finally says it. Those things that are finally said. And you go, you know what? I'm glad they said it because I've been thinking that forever. Sometimes we want our opinions heard, but we don't express them or we don't think to or whatever. But we're going to talk today, starting out with some of the things that, you know, the people with the signs, stop killing alligators to make Gatorade, stop killing ducks to make duct tape. You know, all those really important issues that we get fired up about, right? Like, wait a minute. They're killing ducks to make duct tape? Oh, my God. Right. See? And excuse me, but where do you think baby oil comes from? Okay. Oh, that's a terrible thought when you think of it that way, right? Dude with the sign, you know, you see it on social media. Somebody will state an opinion and it'll be not of a popular opinion and you'll go, fight me, right? Argue, not fight like physical. Just because somebody says fight doesn't necessarily means fisticuff, but we think it that way. So, which we would. So there is actually a guy though, dude with a sign. All he does is stand on New York City street corners and talks about a mundane opinion that we all have but won't say. For instance, he always gets, hey, is that guy from Instagram? You know, when you see somebody but you're not sure. And one of the things, I don't watch Netflix, but one of the things they talk about here is Netflix. And apparently what they do is on Netflix, they'll stop whatever you're watching, whatever show you're watching, to make sure you're still watching. So yeah, if you are a Netflix watcher, you know what I'm talking about. I don't watch it. We have it. I don't know what we pay for it, but my partner watches it, you know. But I've never, I don't know. I'm really not the smartest tool in the shed. I watch a lot of free TV. I watch Me TV a lot, and that's a free channel that I pay for. So not the most financially strategic move you can make, paying for free TV. But hey, whatever. So I don't I don't watch Netflix. I've got no time to sit and watch too much TV. It's for me, it's a pre-nap. That's what it is. Now, here's another one. Here, this is a sign he held up. This is a good one, and I don't understand why people do it, but it could be argued to stretch your legs. Stop standing up when the plane lands. If you've ever been on a plane ride, you've experienced this. The plane lands, you land, then you taxi, then you park, then you get off the plane. But people like to feel like I can stand up while it's still moving. I'm a tough guy. I'm smarter. I'm special. I do this all the time. No reason for me not to stand up. You should sit down with your seatbelt on, but I'm different. Like when we're driving down the road and we just roll through the stop sign, right? You roll through the stop sign because there's nobody else around, but you didn't see the cop down the street. So the cop pulls you over and you go, "What do you mean? I did stop." He goes, "No, you slowed down. You didn't stop," right? And so you go, "What's the difference? There was nobody around. What's the difference? I slowed down. So the cop pulls out his billy club and starts beating the guy on the head. And he's like, "What are you doing?" He says, "Would you like me to stop or would you like me to slow down?" Thank you very much. So yeah, but plane landing, why do we decide to get up? Because we're special. Because we've got that self-importance. I'm going to stand. I can risk my life. I'm a daredevil. I'm going to stand up while the plane's taxiing. Then there's this lady that's about 75 years old, sipping her tea, going, "This guy has a death wish. He's standing up while the plane's in motion. What a rebel." Now, back in my day, I was a bad boy chaser, but now he's just a fool. That comes with age. It's funny though, it's true. People do, they stand up, but a lot of times, if it's a long flight, maybe you want to stretch your legs, but people do. I mean, then you get impatient standing. And then if you move forward, now you got to sit in someone else's seat because you're tired of standing. Everyone wants to be first off the plane. Chaos ensues. They want to be the first one off so everybody can look at them and go, "Oh, they must have been important. They had an escort off the plane." I was the last one off the plane coming home from the desert. My family was starting to think I wasn't on the plane. I was just so overwhelmed with everything going on and everything that had gone on. I needed a minute to not only finish the job that I was doing, but to pull it together and to be able to say hello without breaking down. And you know me. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see here. We got background music that I can't hear. I hear humming. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, no, we're good to go. She's talking about hands down her pants. Okay, just making sure. very important to have the volumes proper. But you know what? That's why I get paid to do this. Oh man, we got a lot to talk about today, but we're not in a big hurry. We're sitting around. I got my coffee sitting here. Just Bob will be joining us in a little bit. You know the deal by now. If not, we'll tell you the deal. He'll be here at about 8:15-ish or so, right as we're going to break for our 8 o'clock hour. Yeah. But we're talking about funny dude, the dude with the funny signs. Got to be the first off the plane, even though you're not going anywhere. Another one, the birthday stories. His sign says you don't need 12 stories to say happy birthday. Now, I understand two concepts. First, for me, I am not a birthday celebrator. If you want to tell me happy birthday, that's great. But and everybody likes presents and gifts. But no, I'm 53. I'm going to be 54. I don't need all that. Everybody likes the acknowledgement of the birthday. But if you don't celebrate it, then, I don't know anybody who's mad that it's their birthday, but I guess people feel that way. But I think a lot of times it's just a fake upset. You're not really upset it's your birthday. Like, I don't celebrate them anymore once I get that age because I'm just getting older. That's a luxury a lot of people don't get. Could you imagine having died at 30, 24 years ago for me? A quarter of a century has gone by. So I'm supposed to not be grateful for all of this beautiful life that I've been given? I don't get that at all. But I don't celebrate my birthday. To me, I celebrate it in my mind. I go, oh, I'm glad I'm alive. I love my mother. And I don't know what else to say. Thank God they did it. Thanks, Dad. Glad you pounded one out in her. I don't know what else to say. Happy birthday, me. Big deal. Other people go, oh no, it's my birth month, right? And everything, they want all the accolades everywhere they go, right? They got the sash, they got the crown, they got the birthday girl and boy earrings. Usually it's the girls who over celebrate. To me, that's over the top. To others, hey, it's your birthday. What more important day to you than your birthday? Right? I get it. But for me personally, no thanks. Don't go to the restaurant talking about, oh, it's their birthday. Can you sing for them? That's played out, like Ellen. Ellen was a great show. Now it's played out and done. I think the talk show circuit, the fakeness of it all has bled through the Band-Aid. And now once you see all the blood, you go, you know what? It's not as pretty. The Band-Aid doesn't mask it like it did before. Now we can see it. Once the blood leaks through, you can't not see it. And that's kind of what happened to Hollywood with the talk show circuit, right? Now it's like, oh, they're going to give away something. So now the guests expect it, right? If you're going on Ellen, you're getting a $10,000 check. You're getting this, you're getting that. It's promo. So once it's played out, you're done with it, right? But the birthday stories, everybody celebrates a birthday. Well, not everybody. You should celebrate a birthday. But if your friends celebrate it for you, don't hate the player, hate the game. That means your friends love you a lot, and they're the ones making a big deal out of it. If your girlfriend comes up to you and throws a sash on you and a crown and says, birthday girl, they're proud of you. They love you. But they also are trying to make a fool of you in public. So remember that too. The posting on social media of birthdays is great, right? People put on their birthdays. So your stranger friends, right? Your social media friends, people you know, but you've never met. Dangerous concept, but they all like to chime in. Happy birthday. They send you the meme cakes and all that and blah, blah, blah. And it makes your day feel more special. But your intimate friends who text you, who call you, who come and see you, they may not post on your Facebook. I'm sure they do because they got to do the social status. Because if not, they go, how come Susie didn't tell you happy birthday on Facebook? Because she bought me a $250 purse, a dinner, and a free weekend at the hotel room. You posted a meme you stole from somebody else on social media, and you think we're BFFs. Girl, bye. Not that it's about money, but you acted funny. No, see what happens? Start talking about birthdays? Get all greedy. What am I going to get for my birthday? I got a birthday list. Do you need? I got an account. I signed up for the birthday girl account at J.C. Penney. You know how they do that for the expecting parents? Not mothers. Mothers are half of the expecting group of an American traditional family. Not every family's traditional. Single mothers who choose to be single mothers because they don't want to mess with the mess of a man. But also men who don't want to mess with the mess of a woman. Single parents, or maybe worse, maybe they're widowed. Maybe their spouse left for somebody else and left them with the kids. Whatever the reason, they're alone. That's a different story. Playing the role of both. Let's see here. We talk about this one here, and these are mundane. We got to remember when we started talking about these signs, they're mundane opinions. Now, this is the opinion of daylight savings. It's stupid. Everybody likes it. It makes no sense, which I disagree. That's what the sign says. Daylight savings makes no effing sense. Well, it did, or it makes sense. It may not make a lot of sense, but there's rationale behind it, right? To save the energy, there's a lot of different theories for farming back in the day, whatever. For me, it's a personal opinion. I wanted to stay lighter later. That's all. But then there's a trade-off. It's not going to get light until 9 a.m. Eastern. Right now, you look out my window, I'm sitting here, 10 to 7, the lights are shining bright, right? The sun is out. It's nice out. In the winter, we get an hour into the show before it gets light. Now, add that next hour. Well, that's pushing 9 a.m. A little bit different. So let's see. What exactly on Eat Whatever You Want Day are we eating? Let's see. We got Aaron checking in. Good morning. Oh, that checked in a little minute ago. Good to see you, Aaron. Hope everything is going well for you. So that's the beauty of it. We're on 93.97 Network app. You can hear us on the radio. We are a radio show, but we also live stream on social media. We are live streaming on 93.97 Network's Facebook page, 93.97 Network's YouTube, as well as Sapphire'S Soup du Jour Facebook page. You go on there. If you're not on the news feed, then you go in the video tab, and you'll find it in the video tab. You click it on. You can join in like Aaron did. Say good morning, chime in, give your 2 cents worth, be part of the show. Right? Don't forget, we're still accepting the voiceover contest submissions. You go on 9397network.com, the network's internet page, right? .com. 9397network.com, scroll down, real simple. So simple, even you can do it. Click the voice contest tab. It's got all of the things to say that you can choose from. You record it right there and hit submit. If you can't figure that out, we don't want you speaking for us anyway. Just kidding. Calm down. Good Lord. You know, another thing we're going to address today, but it's not going to be a hot topic, is our justice system. How there's a story of a young man of privilege who pled guilty to rape, who got a light slap on the wrist, who's now acting a fool again, who's charged with multiple or accused of multiple heinous crimes, And they finally decide, well, maybe we should keep him in jail. Other people, the one guy choked his girlfriend, had drugs and guns, signed a note to say, hey, I promise I'll be good, was found sleeping with drugs, assault weapons, machetes, knives at Chapel Hill, North Carolina, at the university, on the university property, in a car, after he said he would be good. So we're going to talk about that, how the unfairness of it. And we already know there's so many people that are wrongly convicted. We know people that walk because of technicalities. And both sides are disgusting, right? If you're in prison right now and you didn't do the crime that you're accused of, that is despicable. I could not imagine. My America doesn't have room for that. If somebody walked in right now, pulled me out of this room and arrested me for something I didn't do, went to jury trial, got convicted, put in jail for life or 25 years or any 90 days, I didn't do it. Could you imagine the feeling? You know how bad it feels when you get like, you're one of the 3 people in a room and something came up missing. And now, because some scumbag stole, you could be the one suspected of it, and you'll never know what everybody else is thinking in the room about you. So you've been put in a peculiar spot, possibly looked at like the perpetrator because of somebody else's shenanigans. That's some crap right there. But that would be 100 million times worse. To be wrongly convicted of a crime you did not commit and you're sentenced to jail and you're admonished by the judge and the parents get up and speak about you killed my baby and all, and you didn't even do it. And you got to listen and you got to stand there and you can't even be like, I didn't do it, because of course you didn't. Nobody in jail did it. That would suck. That don't happen in my America. I got that privilege. But that shouldn't happen in your America either. Anybody's America. And we can argue all the deals we want about. We can argue who's to blame. Look at the Grand Rapids shooting with the man pulled over for an illegal plate. That in itself does not warrant any kind of violent reaction at all. Now they're saying, well, the guy that was killed blew a .29 alcohol level. He resisted. He was from a different country. There was a language barrier. There's a culture barrier. There should be no culture barrier in the melting pot of the United States. If you get sick of me calling it that, tough titty said to Kitty, this is the only melting pot in the world. And we're 300 years old, which means we're still infantile, which means we're learning how to be the world's only melting pot. And we're mad that we can't get it right. And we're the reason we can't get it right, but we blame the country. We don't want to blame the people because we are the people. So we blame the system. The system's perfect. There's no racism in our system. It's how we do it, the people. There's no homophobia in our country. All men created equal. The only flaw in that is people. All people are created equal. It doesn't have anything to do with your gender. If you were born a boy, you're a boy at the time. If you were born a girl, you were a girl at the time. There was none of this different issues of all this, right? You have the right to do whatever the hell you want. And that includes unpopular things. We haven't even touched on free speech. We don't even know what free speech is anymore. As soon as somebody says something you don't like, you run to the censor button. right? And we go, no, we got to cancel that out. Blah, blah, blah. We can't have that in our society. There's room for everything in our society. Pick and choose your people. That's the beauty of life. But you know what's nice? All the people are going to be, all the people in the Senate, all of your representatives, all these people are voting. They're going to have to say yes or no on abortion. So now there's going to be a show of hands. Everybody's hand, it's a big game of poker, and everybody's hand has now been called. And now they got to show their hand. I can't wait. I love it. This is going to be the most volatile election couple of years. You will not make anybody happy. I can't wait. I love it. I love it. These are growing pains, man, and you guys don't get it. But really, we're the problem, so we can fix it. This is a beautiful country, the land of the free, home of the brave. There's nothing to be ashamed of in this country other than we the people. Period. Right? All people are created equal. We're the ones who F it all up by allowing a little bit of leniency for this, a little bit of leniency for that. Mike Tyson, by the way, ding, ding, not charged for using that man as a human speed bag. Could have done way more damage. We know Mike Tyson, if he was angry, could have ended that guy's life. At least ended the way it was as he knows it. Because he could have broke his neck. If you don't have lumps of muscles like potatoes in the back of your neck, you get your neck broke by a professional heavyweight boxing champion of the world who squares up and punches you right in the face. Right? We got this on the Rocky Balboa dream world. No. These guys are trained to be able to not get their neck broke when one of these massive men punched the crap out of you. So yeah, Tyson could have done a lot more damage than he did. All right, so back to the daylight savings makes no sense. Here's a big one, especially people who go to concerts, rock and roll, especially hip hop, country music, probably. I don't know. I don't see a lot of country music shirts. I see a lot of hip hop. I see a lot of rock and roll. Back in the day, rock and roll shirts were crazy. Right? It was almost like they were everywhere. Stop wearing t-shirts of bands you don't listen to. Period. But there's a lot of reasons, right? Maybe you like the artwork. Maybe it was a gift. But then the people that they go, wait a minute, I've gone to their shows. I know everything about them. I'm almost on the stalker list. I like them so much. You kind of feel an ownership toward them. Like, you don't know anything about them. What's the middle name of their third child? I mean, come on. And then you go, what the hell? This person's psycho. Like, well, you don't know this band like I do. Well, seems like we don't want to. Stop wearing band shirts that you don't listen to. At least check out the music if you're going to, if you're going to wear the shirt, at least listen to the music. And then if you don't like the music, don't wear the shirt. Be true blue. You can still wear it. Maybe the artwork's cool. Maybe it reminds you of someone else. Oh, here's another one. This one bothers me too. It's so dumb. New Year's Eve, before midnight, you're leaving and you say, see you next year. Or maybe you're not going to be back to work until the new year's over. See you next year. Yeah, that's annoying, but we all do it, right? It's one of those things. It's almost like you have no choice, right? You kind of say it just because you're trying to open words, right? Just something to say. Good morning, Todd, checking in on the live stream this morning. Hope your day is going well. Good day, everyone, Todd says. You know, so we're sitting here kicking it, making fun of mundane opinions that we all think and won't, like the elephant in the room type thing, right? We joke around at the Adam's apple. I'm like, when I'm there talking, I'm like the teacher from the Peanuts. Wah, 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 wah. Because they all love me there. They just don't care to hear me talk. So they just smile and nod, and they'll start a whole new conversation when I'm in the middle of a sentence. It does not deter me from finishing my sentence just because nobody's listening. Doesn't mean I will not speak. Just like if a bear farts in the woods, does it make a noise? I mean, if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a noise? Just because you ignore me does not mean I'm going to stop talking. Kim checking in. Once I was coming out of a restaurant and this young one had on an R&R t-shirt. I commented on it. He had no idea, but liked the colors and artwork. Good morning. And by the way, that shirt looks great on you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. So a little bit of a backstory to this. R&R is a old roughhouse Detroit, like manly gay bar, right? You weren't going to see the twinks running around in there with no hair on their shirts, with their nails painted and their eyeliner on. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that wasn't what the R&R was about, right? It was leather, assless chaps with the butt plug sticking out. You knew we had a butt plug in there because you couldn't see the butt plug, but they always had them long leather whips hanging out of the end of it, which is where they came up with don't pull out anal beads like you're starting a lawnmower. So there's a reason for everything. Kimberly, good morning, Todd. Have a beautiful day. See, this is what the live stream is so nice for. We got people coming together and talking. Lordy, Lordy. So yeah, the R&R is a manly gay bar where it was leather and lace and kink and BDSM and a lot of different things went on in the world. To each their own. But this guy, not any idea what he's wearing, sporting himself, and I take it in the rear end t-shirt. Just didn't know it. Careful what you're wearing, boys and girls. It might be a message you don't like. Or maybe he didn't care. That's the way it should be. People will be like, I'm wearing a shirt for a gay bar. Doesn't make me gay. Putting a wiener in your mouth would. That would make you gay. But not wearing a gay bar shirt, that don't make you gay. Certain different things you got to remember. Uh-oh, where are we at? Oh, look at that. I can feel it. We're getting right down to it. I can feel it. Oh, Kimberly, rock and roll is what rock and roll is what I meant, but just learned something new. Oh, rock and roll. Oh, she said rock R&R t-shirt, rock and roll t-shirt. So Kimberly would probably not have any idea what R&R was either. I didn't put the two together. That's awesome. Way to go. Way to know your audience, Sapphire. So we're talking, Kimberly was talking when she said the R&R t-shirt, rock and roll. And I'm thinking R&R, the old, wow. Isn't that special? All right, we're going to break and listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour on Hot 93.97. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. All right, that was fun. That was too funny, Kim. Oh, Lordy. Gotta like it. We're sitting here. We got the music playing now. We come back. We'll start talking again at 7:57. But talking about abortion and everything, this whole leak, I believe the Democratic side leaked, and I'm not blaming Pelosi or Schumer or anybody, but I believe that it was a Democrat who is appalled by this and decided to leak it to get public opinion aware. For that, I'm glad, but it's dangerous because I do not condone protesting in front of the private homes of the justices. I'm all for peaceful protest in front of the Supreme Court office. If they have an office that's a public setting, I don't have a problem with you protesting there. But I don't think we should protest at their homes. I don't care what side you're on. I'm pro-choice and pro-life. I don't. All this. What side are you on? I'm on my side, bitch. That's what side I'm on. I'm tired of all this taking a side. If you're a Trump supporter, you're this. If you're a Biden supporter, you're that, and all this. Who you have that right? If you think abortion is murder, you could. There's that meme going around now that life starts at erection. Right? Masturbation is a sin. You're not supposed to dump your seed on the girl's belly either. There's only one reason to have sex if you're Christian and Catholic. Well, Catholic. A devout Catholic fornicates to reproduce. Otherwise, you pray it away. You don't crank one off. You don't get a little old-fashioned from the wife. No. Your seed stays in you, and you pray it away. And we go, oh, that's ridiculous. Well, add it to the frickin' list. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. Oh, Kim, you too. Peace out. Enjoy your day. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back at 7:57 a.m. Eastern Time.
93.97 Network and Hot 93.97 presents Sapphire'S Soup du Jour with Just Bob, stirring the pot and serving the latest soup. The Jay the Great Show, starring Jay the Great. The Honest Truth Show, starring 2K Bentley. The Good Times Show, starring Princess of All and Cujo Speaks. Ty's Take Today every Saturday afternoon. Marcus Divine every Saturday. The legendary House of Shade, Talk to Me Pretty. Check out the U-Store and be the first to own the newest music. Hot 93.97 and the 93.97 Network. Download the 93.97 Network app today. 9397 Network and Hot 9397 presents Sapphire'S Soup du Jour with Just Bob, stirring the pot and serving the latest soup. The Jay the Great Show, starring Jay the Great. The Honest Truth Show, starring 2K Bentley. The Good Times Show, starring Princess of All and Cujo Speaks. Ty's Take Today every Saturday afternoon. Marcus Divine every Saturday. The legendary House of Shade, Talk to Me Pretty. Check out the U-Store and be the first to own the newest music. Hot 9397 and the 9397 Network. Download the 9397 Network app today.
Oh, yeah, we are back indeed on a hump day, Wednesday morning. It's May 11th. We're midway through May already. It's absolutely astounding how quick time flies. I'm telling you, you better latch on and hang on tight. It'll be over before you know it. You all want to worry about everything that we can't control. And then the things we can't control, we pass on it, right? Because we're more worried about the big picture instead of all the little things that make up the big picture. But what do I know? What do I know? I know this. That song's over. Let's dissect this one. Casey White has been captured. The manhunt is over. Vicky White and Casey White disappeared, were on the lam and on the run, escaped prisoner, and a prison corrections officer. Remember, we talked Monday and we were talking about some of the other relationships that people had with prisoners. And they look past the conviction of murder. They look past that they boiled the body parts on the stove and ate them. They look past all those things and go, but I see the good in that. Whatever. Okay. Casey White escapes jail. He befriends this girl. She falls for him in some capacity, something, right? They have a relationship, an intimate relationship with a prisoner who's charged with murder. You live out this dream fantasy that you know ends badly. There's no happily ever after. None. Even if you get away with it and you go live in the woods and you shack up in a cabin, and you're never going to get away with it forever because you got to answer when you die. But you're not even going to get away with it on Earth. Now she's dead, and this coward, scumbag, no good for nothing, back in jail. Can only imagine all the bullcrap he fed her. We're going to go down in a blaze of glory like they do in the movies, right? All this Bonnie and Clyde type thing. And no. So now she's dead with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Do we know that? I don't know how you would know. And he surrendered. I imagine the conversation. It's like you're both standing at the cliff. 1, 2, 3, jump. And at the last minute, one jumps and one don't. All the way down, you're looking up going, you lying son of a pup. Quit falling for this stuff. It's only a dick. It's only a vagina. Everybody in the world has them. You can find somebody else that wants to touch yours. And they'll be of legal age and everything. It can be totally consensual. It can be totally legal. It can be totally beautiful and still kinky as hell. If you choose to go about it the right way. Be sure to check out janetscloset.com and janetsdungeon.com for all your beauty, BDSM, sexy, everything. Couples, men, women, not sure what you are. Maybe you're a part-time girl, part-time boy. It's 2022. You can do what you want, baby. Nothing's different, okay? Nothing's different. The same amount of people feel the same way they always have inside. We're just willing to express it more now. So don't sit there now, and the conversation's easy to have, and it's easy to fall prey to it. You go, man, now, there's so many trannies out now. There's so many cross-dressers out now. There's so many gays out now. No, there's the same amount as before. Just now we're able to come out and live our authentic life. So don't sit there and say we want you to be who you are only if it fits into your category of who you think people should be, right? Period. I mean, so now one of the worries with the abortion thing is they're coming after abortion, then they're coming after gay marriage, then they're coming after interracial marriage. I go, it's a little extreme, but I understand the concept. If one is accessible to change, all of them are accessible to change. I understand that. Will it happen? No. Why? Because we, the people, will not allow it. Let's break this down, okay? We're going to break this down. We, the people, here's the way the system works. We vote for local representation. So we get all these people spending lots of money on local campaigns in your local stations, television, radio, putting ads out there, spending dollars to get their message out. The message is what we're supposed to listen to. Then we go, I like what they say. I'm voting for them. That's the voting process. Democracy, I guess. Some people say it's not, others, whatever. But we decide, right? So we vote these people into office that have our like-minded ideologies on very important social issues. And we go, we vote for this person so that my voice is heard throughout the land. Well, we keep voting in rich white old men. And it's not just Biden. When Joe Biden got done with his State of the Union address this year, and you looked around the room, there wasn't a person under the age of 65 in that room, I dare say. There was a couple of African American people, there were a couple of women, but there were old, rich, white men, all of whom are in the upper echelon, in the top percentage, in the top 1%. They're the ones who dictate what goes on. They didn't get into that State of the Union with a lottery win, right? These are the rich white men who have their hands in the pockets of the politicians guiding this country. You voted for them. I voted for them. We voted for them. We, the people, even you can say, not my vote, but our system, our vote, the majority usually wins. Not in the presidential election, it's all effed up. But whatever. It's been that way forever. So, we voted the rich white men with these ideologies into office to represent what we do not feel. It's our fault. You go ahead and blame the senator. You go ahead and blame the president. You go ahead and blame everybody. I blame us. We voted them in. Now we get to sit in the boat filled with poop. Why? Because we're too stupid to put emotion and picking sides aside. And we end up with this mess. And we haven't even talking about all the mess of the world and this country. We're talking about just that. The leaked document, still unknown who leaked it. I firmly believe it was a Democrat because they were pissed off about it looks like Roe versus Wade could be overturned. But before you get mad, you got to understand what it really all means. So, how bad is it with a knee jerk emotional reaction over? How bad is it if Roe versus Wade is debunked in essence, and they say it's up to the states individually to decide about abortion? So now your state, so now you have a say. What we've fallen into, though, is when our side doesn't win, we fight till the death. That's not democracy. So, not my president doesn't work for an American. I do not like Joe Biden in office because of the fact he's been in Washington, D.C. since the early 70s, people. He's been employed in Washington, D.C. longer than your mommy and daddy have been alive. Yet you demand change. Think about it. It's our fault. It's our fault. Think about it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. You just got to stop and think. The problem is with most of us, when we stop to think, we forget to start again. We put these people in the place of leadership and power, and you reap what you sow. I want my next president to be a day over the eligible age, without a day in politics, nothing. Because we need a politician. They're crooks. They're criminals. They're not looking out for our best interest if they're not a crook or a criminal. They're looking out for special interests. So yeah, I'm all for the newbie. Doesn't know anything about nothing. Put them in. What's the worst that could happen? Careful what you wish for. Hey, an actor is in charge of Ukraine, doing a pretty damn good job, I might add. So, with that being said, but all right, so yeah, back to that rant is over. The coward Casey White goes back to jail, and Vicky White is dead. Quit allowing the romantic emotion take the best of your life away. Make the worst decision you can make, knowing the outcome. And forget them. Now he's going to go to jail. Now he's got more charges. She wasted her life. Wasted it. All the years of service, all the years of gone, washed away. And now she's gone and washed away. It's tragic. Life changes. This is a corrections officer. You would think, how could that happen? The bad boy syndrome. Unbelievable. All right, so we still got plenty of the sign guy to talk about, right? We were talking earlier about this guy holding up signs for different occasions. See you next year isn't a funny joke. Don't wear T-shirts of a band you don't listen to. Daylight savings makes no effing sense. Things like that. Things like, if we want to see TikTok videos, we'll go to TikTok. Keep TikToks on TikTok. Nothing can speak louder than not having it. I will not put TikTok on my phone. Don't need it. Thank you very much. That's the way it goes. Don't say you don't like TikTok, like I just did, and then share funny TikTok videos on your Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Don't do it. It's hypocritical. I don't do it. If it's a TikTok video, I do not open it. I do not look at it. It doesn't exist. Why? It's from China. Y'all can have it. You can take China, wrap it up in there, throw it away. Don't need it. No problem with the Chinese people. The government can kick rocks. I have no problem with the Russian people. Vladimir Putin's a scumbag. Needs to go. Doesn't deserve to grace our air. Doesn't deserve to pollute our air with his stench. He's a nasty, vile, disgusting, barely human being who needs to go. I'll be glad to. Never mind. That guy. What a disgusting human being. Now, another one. You could argue this all day long. Middle seat gets the armrest. Every time. Think about it. You got your favorite seat. Some prefer the window. Some prefer an aisle. Some like the middle. Nobody likes the middle seat. Give them the frickin' armrest. Quit being a Bogart. Now, this one, I'm sure if you're under the age of 30, you might agree to. Sell White Claw on tap. No, it might turn you gay. Don't you know that? They put chemicals in the White Claw that makes you turn gay. Turn the frog gay. Still waiting on a message. Still waiting on a response. Still waiting on a text. Right? Liking my message or my post does not constitute a response. Well, I liked it, so speak up. A lot of this has to do with social media because we got no couth. Stop sharing your post in your story. It's redundant. Don't do it. And then don't put it as a new post, especially. It's a slap in the face. What's the matter with you? Where are we at? 8:15 a.m. Eastern. Oh, we're doing good. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Now, me being 54 years old, I remember this era of the porn mustache, the Tom Selleck mustache from Magnum PI, the Queen singer mustache, right? We all remember Freddie Mercury's mustache. Big, thick 70s mustache. Nowadays, people, it's beards, but you don't see a lot of mustaches. Maybe a goatee, maybe a full beard, maybe an odd, untraditional shaped beard or goatee or mustache, but you just don't see a regular mustache anymore. Very rarely. And when you do, to me, they look a little odd because I'm not used to seeing them. Back in the day, little lip over your up, little hair over your upper lip. The ladies love the little tickler. Another one you could get away with, do away with it. Get rid of it completely. No one cares which Disney character you got on your social media quiz that you took. Which character are you? What's your birthday? What was your street address? And what high school mascot? So I can get into all your accounts, you dum-dum. Now, that little conspiracy theorist, but here's a good one. Group chats are group chats for a reason. Stop having one-on-one conversations in a group chat. Oh my gosh. I know. We all hate it. But it's different when you do it, right? It's okay when you, but just this one thing. I'm not going to back out of the room and go private message them. I'm way more important than that. That's for you to do when you want to private message somebody. That's how we act. Stop the one-on-one conversations in the group chat. Don't like it, no thumbs up. When you read it, it shows everybody in the group that you read it. When your little round profile picture pops up on the bottom, we all know you read it and you're accountable for the information. Great. Congratulations. Good for you. Stop with the thumbs up or the smiley face. If everybody in the group does that, it's ridiculous, right? But it's different when we do it. But anybody else does it, we got to badmouth them. All right, we're going to break. You're listening to Sapphire's Soup du Jour on Hot 93.97. Keep it locked. All righty, we're going to break. We'll be back at 1, 2. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8:40. Yep, 8:40 we come back. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. It's going to be a nice day out today. I love the warm weather. I mean, I got to move south. I mean, eventually I really want to move south. This could be this winter. I could imagine. It used to be when I was younger. I'm like, no, I still like the 4 seasons, but I'm okay with 80 degrees on Christmas and sitting at the pool. I'm okay with 80 degrees on New Year's and celebrating outdoors. I think I'm at that point. Yeah, even Florida don't sound bad. South Carolina, Florida. My brother lives in South Carolina, so live close to him. That'd be kind of cool. And honestly, I'd be good with get me a 3-bedroom mobile home, a piece of land down there. I ain't living in a mobile home park, but I'd live in a mobile home, manufactured home on a piece of land. No problem. Hell yeah. Let's see. We got a couple comments here. Hey, Harley checking in. It's supposed to be 85 today. Woo! Now that's what we're talking about. 85 degrees. I love it. It's sunny out there right now. I left my windows cracked in the car a little bit. I don't do that often, but I'm looking outside. There's a Jeep out there. Top down. You know, they got the rag top. They got the top off. There's no doors on it. I love it. We live for this because we look forward to it all year long. Like, all winter long, we're like, oh man, you look outside, it's cold, you got to start the car, let it warm up, you got to run outside, it's icy, it's nasty. It can be pretty, but if you like the snow for the beauty, a picture would suffice. You don't need to live it. But like now at the Adam's Apple, everybody all happied up. They're power washing the deck. They're getting the deck ready for the year. They got Hardy's going to sleep. All right, good night. Good luck today at your doctor's appointment. Keep us posted. Let us know what's happening with it, would you? Hopefully everything's all right. But yeah, at the Adam's Apple, they've got the deck. They power washed it yesterday. They painted it. They're painting it last night. They painted it. They waited until about 10 o'clock at night so that everybody would be off of the deck. And they stayed up all night painting the deck so that we could come in there today and have fun. I mean, that's what you get from the Adam's Apple. Most places would have been like, no, we're closed for 2 days. Don't get on the deck. Tough shit. But no, they're like, we're going to make sure our customers come first. So painted deck, barbecues, just sitting outside, just being out there, whether you're at home or, nowadays it's very popular dining outdoors. People have given up parking spots to put in outdoor dining because people love it. In Michigan, you only get May, June, July, August, September, 5 months out of the year that you can really enjoy the outdoor dining and stuff like that. So half of the year, you're indoors. The other half of the year, you don't want to be indoors. We go to the Adam's Apple. I was there for a little bit last night. I could barely sit inside. I had to sit out on the deck. I mean, it's just too nice. I love it. Mm. Oh, okay. Harley's checking in. Just a CPAP machine. Mine was lost in the car accident. Yeah, glad you're okay from that. Mm. Oh, got to go to a sleep doctor appointment. I thought he said you got to go to sleep. Got a doctor's appointment today. Got to go to a sleep doctor appointment today. Gotcha. All right. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, as you know. Let's see. Listen to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour. 7 to 10. All right. Be back at 8:40.
9397 Network and Hot 9397 presents Sapphire'S Soup du Jour with Just Bob, stirring the pot and serving the latest soup. The Jay the Great Show, starring Jay the Great. The Honest Truth Show, starring 2K Bentley. The Good Times Show, starring Princess of All and Cujo Speaks. Ty's Take Today every Saturday afternoon. Marcus Divine every Saturday. The legendary House of Shade, Talk to Me Pretty. Check out the U-Store and be the first to own the newest music. Hot 9397 and the 9397 Network. Download the 9397 Network app today.
Oh boy. All right, we are back at it on a Wednesday, midway through May almost already. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun. If you're not having fun, your life must suck. But I don't know. Sucks to be you because I'm having a blast, man. Absolute blast. This is funny to me. We don't talk too much about the war because I'll get all fired up and we don't need that. Downed Russian fighters. This is hilarious how incompetent. This is the big bully who you find out just because he's 6'2", 220 pounds, doesn't mean he knows how to fight. And now you ain't scared of him no more. Downed Russian fighters are being found with GPS units taped to the dashboard. I said that properly. I love this. Downed Russian fighter jets are being found with basic GPS units taped to the dashboards of their fighter jet's dashboard. These are the ones we're scared of. Girl, bye. I'm not afraid of you on your best day. This is due to the poor quality of their regular navigation systems. Outdated and being tested hardcore now that this 3-day invasion, the Ukrainian capital, the whole country was supposed to fall within weeks. Russia's a joke of a military that can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. I love it. You've exposed your little pussified army. The Red Army, we're all scared of you. Ooh. Ain't nobody scared of you. You're a bunch of dunces. That's why we don't talk about the war. I get offensive. They're taping. You imagine a fighter pilot. Our American fighter pilots are pretty sharp individuals, right? They're the sharpest men and women. Flying our fighters, highest technology. Flying the plane's the easy part. Imagine all that they got to do up there. It's not an easy task. A small percentage of people qualified to even attempt to fly a fighter jet. Imagine you get through all that training and everything and you get in your airplane to go to war. These are no longer training missions. You're going to shoot things out of the sky and you're going to be dropping missiles on things and innocent people. And you get in your airplane and you see a GPS unit duct taped to the dashboard. Get away from me. Get away from me. You got to be kidding me. Russia got beat up by a child. Big bad Russian, I must break you. Girl, bye. You look stupid. I love it. Your incompetence is hilarious. I love it, Vladimir. You're a moron. Good job. You freaking idiot. By the way, also, Vladimir, go F yourself. Yeah. Jackass. Oh, don't come get me now. I'm scared of you. You might send one of your Red Army over. Hopefully the GPS works, you fool. You bumbling idiot. Oh, my God. Can you believe it? You think Biden's bad? Could you imagine having a bumbling idiot, imbecile, no good for nothing scumbag as your president? Gosh. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I think it's great. That's the big bad bully being shown that you're actually just a putz. Nothing to be scared of, nothing to be intimidated by, no respect due to you. You're a scumbag fool. Nothing worse than a scumbag fool, right? If you're a scumbag, but you got your crap together, that's scary. Man, you ain't scary. You're a bumbling idiot. Get away from me. Once a piece of garbage, always a piece of garbage. This is talking about this well-connected teenager who got a slap on the wrist for rape. See, that's a precedent being set. It's mind-boggling, right? This is a well-connected South Carolina teenager who received a lenient sentence of probation after pleading guilty to rape. He's been arrested again. This time, told a deputy while being booked that he would bite off his effing finger if he forced him to wear a mask in compliance with COVID protocols. This is a 19-year-old child, Bowen Turner, taken into custody Sunday, charged with 1 count of public disorderly conduct. However, there's been alleged overconsumption of alcohol, but he's a minor, right? It's against the law to drink any alcohol at that age. Well, now they're saying, well, they're going to serve a probation warrant and arrest him again. And he's going, I got away with something already. What are you going to do to me? This is not surprising. These are the steps that take to lead to bigger problems. If he already raped people and got away with it, he pled guilty to it, right? So this isn't, well, he said, she said. No, she said, and he agreed. Yeah, I raped her. He doesn't follow the rules. He doesn't have to. He lives a life of privilege. Poor person, a black or brown person, they think would have had a different outcome. Hard to argue that. I don't like to argue everything's not about race, everything's not about gender, everything's not about sexuality. But when it is, you got to call it out, right? You got to say what is. And this is somebody gets probation, accused of raping 3 teenagers in 3 different counties over a 2-year period, but has only been tried for 1 of them. In one case, he allegedly raped a 17-year-old girl at a party in October of 2018, 6 months after being accused of raping another teen. He was arrested and released on $10,000 bond. While under house arrest, awaiting trial, he left home more than 50 times to play golf, go shopping at a car dealership out of state, eat at a Columbia steakhouse. In June of 2019, while that case was pending, Turner, whose lawyers had convinced the judge to remove his ankle monitor, was arrested and charged with dragging a 16-year-old minister's daughter behind a truck and raping her. In November, Turner's 17-year-old accuser died from a self-inflicted injury, and prosecutors dropped the case. Last month, the butthole Turner pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of first-degree assault and battery, rather than the original charge of criminal sexual conduct in the first degree. Judge Markley Dennis handed down a suspended jail sentence under the Youthful Offender Act, giving Turner 5 years probation. If he keeps his record clean during that time, he will not have to register as a sex offender. A sweetheart of a deal that pissed off the victim's father. Amen to that. See? We have the ability to stop these things. We choose not to and call it some kind of bullcrap. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And people can argue, and it's very, very careful now, because you can't, when you're accused of something, you're innocent till proven guilty. But when there's a pattern, we have to start taking it into account. Because what will happen is this kid will end up killing a woman, and then we go, oh, well, we saw the warning signs. Well, if you see the warning signs, then take heed. But we don't want to. And there is the legal system that we have to deal with. But is that fair? Right? Is this justice system fair? It's the variables are so wide that some people get caught stealing and can never see the light of day. Other people, they get chance after chance and they continue to do things over and over. And until they kill somebody, nothing gets done. But where do you go? Okay, enough is enough. And this kid just keeps on getting away with stuff. Lessons learned, right? When you're in trouble, you don't want to get in more trouble. But some people don't care. Like, you pled guilty to raping somebody. Don't you want your life in order? Or you're not in jail, so your life's in order? I don't get it. And we allow these things. And people, I mean, look, we got to face it. Money does allow some sort of freedom and power, right? If you've got enough money that you're not going to get fired the next day from your job and not make your mortgage payment or rent payment, if you don't make it to work, you don't have enough food to eat for the kids for the week. If you don't have that hanging over your head, and if you know that your rich father who worked he was some law firm or something, it was they're prevalent people. They're privileged. They've got money and they've got social status. And we look the other way at stuff. These are things that are preventable. The parents are not teaching their kid that money, it does not give you the right to mistreat people. Society lets us get away with a whole bunch. And like I said, if you don't have any retribution for, you got so much money, it don't matter. If you never work a day in your life again, you'll be okay. Then you feel like you're entitled to do whatever you want, and who cares about rules? And that's a problem. To me, I mean, you do what you want, but to be convicted of rape and never have to register as a sex offender makes no sense. Unacceptable. I think we got to start holding judges accountable for all these things, right? What do you think if the judge's daughter was the one raped? Do you think it would have been the same sentence? Because it should be. Shouldn't matter whose daughter it is. Wrong is wrong is wrong. It's not hard luck for you and wrong if it happens to my kid. No, a judge should be sentencing people based on, no matter who it is, along the same line. Our justice system is not being practiced like it's set up. You're innocent until proven guilty. That's not necessarily true. But then it's funny because for the ones who we should assume a little bit of guilt, we won't until they shoot a place up or kill people or do something. And then the ones that we should look the other way, we kind of stick it to them. Like, God forbid, don't say the N-word because you're done for. But if you kill people, we'll give you a second chance. It's confusing, to say the least. And when it comes to speech, offensiveness, some people get offended by anything. Others, you can say anything you want to. Man. We've got free speech under attack, and it's also up to debate. There's a lot of argument about what is really free speech, what's acceptable free speech. To me, everything. Elon Musk has come out and said he will, if he takes over Twitter and its sales final, he will unban Donald Trump from Twitter. Who cares? Donald Trump has the right to speak. I know misinformation. I don't care. I'm an adult. I can decipher for myself the information. I don't need you to do it for me. In fact, I will not have you do it for me. Who the hell knows what I'll come out thinking? So, think for your damn self. Looks like, Bob did message me a little bit ago. He's having technical difficulties on his 1983 computer. He's working on it. He'll probably get here along the hours of 9:53 a.m. Eastern. He'll log on just in time to say goodbye. That would be Murphy's Law. That's the luck of the Murphy. But the justice system we have now, we've talked about it, prison for profit. Bad idea. Bad idea. But our prison system is built on retribution and payback for your crime. You do this, we've got sentencing guidelines, we're going to sacrifice so much of your life. You're going to go to jail. It's up to you to better yourself, right? We're punishing you. This isn't some kind of behavioral rehab, right? You're free to continue to be a criminal as long as you so choose. You'll never get free again. So we can't sit there and say that our prison system is to rehabilitate behavior. It's not. It's designed for revenge, retribution. You did this to us. You got to pay with this much time of your life. Michael Miller checking in. Hello, good morning. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully everything is going well for you, Michael. Been a long time since I've seen or heard from you. But we do. We skew the system. But privilege. There was, you rape somebody and you get probation. That judge needs to be held accountable. Like no. There's no plea deal. You could plead guilty. We appreciate your honesty. But you got to go to jail, man. But jail's not to make you a better person. Jail's to, okay, you rape somebody, you're a danger to society, you're gone. You're gone. There's no second chance. We know better. We already did the work. We're already doing better. We're already doing better. You didn't do better. Now you get to pay for it because we know better. You can't say, oh, I made a mistake. No, putting your wiener where it don't belong without consent is not a mistake. Turning left down a one-way street the wrong way in a strange town is a mistake. But driving it home on purpose and asking for forgiveness the next day because you blew your nut and you're done is not a mistake. That's a choice you made. Well, I was drunk. You're 19 years old. Now there's another problem. You obviously have a problem with the law. No, you're not allowed to be out free. But we go, oh man, rich kid, good looking white kid, you know what? He's got a lot to live for. What? But now we've got a 16-year-old victim who died for a 17-year-old victim who died from a self-inflicted injury, arguably partially due to the trauma caused by being raped. But hey, the kid's worked hard in high school for a good college career. Let him live his life. What the? That's enabling. You're just as guilty. Got news for you. It's painful to think. It's scary to think. It's uncomfortable to think. It's hard to look in the mirror and look at yourself in the face and stare into your own eyes and look at your own soul and recognize who you really are. Hard to do that. A lot of people won't. A lot of people can't. But you should. It would help you understand things, right? We're so worked up about abortion. Abortion is a last resort. We're acting as a little blasé about it, right? I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-life. I'm pro you do you. There's a simple thing, separation of church and state. It makes it very easy to determine. The Roe versus Wade thing, everybody's up in arms about. Republican versus Democrat. Now, what bothers me is here. Jen Psaki, press secretary, the lady that gets up and talks, now describing Republican stance as the MAGA stance, the Make America Great Again stance. Not every Republican likes MAGA and Trump. Not every idea they have is bad. We've gotten into this thing again about picking sides and being right and wrong that is not allowing us to approach these issues properly and address them and close them out. This whole notion of not my president, this whole notion of you've got attorneys generals saying, we're not going to enforce the law because we don't think it's right. That's a miscarriage of justice. You're derelicting the duty that you're sworn to do. You don't get to choose, because if you get to choose the laws that you follow, I get to do the same thing. If I get to do the same thing, everybody gets to do the same thing. So now we're saying F laws. Well, I got a list of laws right on my table here. Can I say F the laws and there's nothing they can do? You bet your sweet butt that ain't the case. Why? Why are we a bend? Let's see how far we can bend the law and get away with it. Why is that our new society cry? Why can we not just go, oh, look at that. That's a law. I'm not going to argue and bend it. I'm just going to follow it. You cannot perform sodomy on a Sunday while eating fried chicken. That's bull crap. I love the cloaca filled up while I'm eating chicken wings. Stupid. We continually cut off our nose to spite our face as a society and blame it on everybody else. Like I was saying earlier, the justice system, we allow it. We allow prison for profit. We keep on demanding change while we reelect rich white men that want to get rid of abortion, that want to get rid of everything that doesn't work for their pocketbooks and their constituents' pocketbooks. And they're providing us with poverty, and we're accepting it. They're providing us with mediocrity, and we're accepting it. The American dream is over the day that government is controlling your money, right? The government will be more than happy to say, you want us to take care of everything? No problem. When you go to the store, just swipe your card. Just swipe your card. The money won't come out of your bank account right away. Don't worry about it. You can owe us. Something great deal, right? 1% interest on your grocery bills from now on. But guess what? Now the food's changing. Now you're walking down the meat aisle, in the meat aisle, you're going, wait a minute. Now we've got this government food that's a little cheaper, but then I can get this other good quality food, the Tyson chicken. But I want my government to take care of me all the time. So now they're manufacturing the food for you. Private citizens are going away. No more work. Got to work for the government. The government's going to provide you all the food. The government will provide you with all the stuff you need. The government will help you pay for your housing that you can't afford. Everything the government is doing is geared toward poverty. Everything they're doing is geared toward under the thumb of the government handouts. Because then you got to do what we say, or we won't feed you. You got to do what we say, or we won't house you. Think about it. They're setting us up to fail so they can prosper. And we're biting on it hook, line, and sinker. We don't need government programs to feed us. We don't need government programs to help us not be evicted. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're going, hey, we can't fix rent, so we're not going to make wages higher. So what we'll do is we'll say, hey, we've got a program for you. Can't afford your rent? We'll put you in the program. People, come on. It's not what we want. The American dream is not consumerism. The American dream is not, it's not even owning anything. You don't own anything. How many people you know were buried in their home, their whole entire house? You dug a hole 40 feet deep by 40 foot wide, and you buried all your belongings, and you're laying in your bed, and they just covered dirt right on the house and let you go. How many? None. You don't take it with you when you go. It becomes a pain in the ass materialistic piece. So, oh, look at that. We got somebody here lurking about.
Dun, dun, dun.
There you go. Good morning.
Good morning. listening to what you're speaking of and could not agree more.
909.
I know. We got to believe, wonderful technology world that we live in.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Technology is great until it's not.
hmm So the beautiful thing about it, what we're talking about a whole bunch of different stuff.
Right.
But the beautiful thing is, we want change. We're talking about change in the country. I don't know if you've been listening or not.
Yeah, I caught part of it.
Our government and what we reap what we sow.
Mm-hmm.
And the justice system, how unfair. We're talking about the kid who got convicted. He pled guilty to rape and got probation, still in trouble. And we're talking about privilege. We're talking about the fairness of the system and just how we get it wrong so often. Like all the signs are there, but we can't act on it. And then a heinous crime happens and it's all hindsight and just, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up every day, younger and younger shooting victims, different ways. Now people are just shooting houses up, drive-by shootings. People are driving by on the roads, killing one another.
Mm-hmm. No, you're
There's
right.
no retribution. We're tail spinning.
Sure.
Just completely. Where are we at? 9/11?
It is.
Oh gosh, we've got music playing. All right, hold on here. Yeah, let's see. This is Method Man. Let's see what this is about. Oh, little difference of the song here. Listen. The Rock Wilder by Method Man and Redman. Whatever. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to talk a little bit about. I like this whole Roe versus Wade issue coming to light like this because now we're going to start having politicians having to vote, having to take a side before the election coming up in 2022 in November.
Yep.
And 2024. Now we're going to see where people stand on that issue, which is good. We got to know truth, right? If you cannot answer yes or no, are you pro-life or pro-choice? If you cannot answer definitively, you're full of it. I'm pro-life, I'm pro-choice. I believe abortion is wrong. I also believe it's not my choice.
Right.
I believe education over regulation is the answer. Let's teach our kids overwhelmingly to be responsible sexually. That way, the abortion issue is less and less of an issue. And I heard some ridiculous defenses, and I heard some good defenses on both sides of the coin. The one lady said, we had 2 children. We couldn't afford a third. So we had an abortion. And a couple years later, they had a child, a son. And they love him to death. And they said we couldn't give them the life they want and deserve if they had that kid at that time. To me, that's absurd.
Yeah.
To me, that's absurd. You still have a 3rd child or a 4th child missing from the occasion, right? You didn't replace that child. It's not a rescue dog.
Yeah, it's not like going to the store and picking one off the shelf.
Oh, I dropped my jar of spaghetti sauce. I'll go replace it. No big deal. There's another one right there. That's not the concept. But if you think it is, you have that right. It's America. I disagree with you. I will not disrespect you for thinking that you could use abortion as birth control. And I will never say it's okay, but I will never mistreat you for it. It's not my place to do so. Fair enough.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got their belief system, and
Yeah. And you're
it's
allowed to have them, and you're allowed to
and
say them.
you're
It's
allowed
okay.
to. Yeah, you are allowed to say them, and you're not allowed to assault somebody over them.
Yeah. All right, we're going to break. You're listening to Sapphire's Soup du Jour. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Keep it locked. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. We come back at 9:26.
Okay.
Quick break.
Sounds good.
Yep. So 11 minutes.
Okay.
All right. All right, we're back. We're not back on the air yet. We got 3 minutes, but I figure I'll come back on here and talk for a minute. Get ready to go enjoy. Well, I got things I got to do today, so busy girl. But later this evening, I'm going to enjoy the temperature. I don't have any gas. I was going to say I may bring home a couple steaks and throw them on the grill, but I'm out of propane. I ran out this winter and I got to get more. We were talking about that last night. Usually I cook all year long on the grill in the winter time and everything. It don't matter. But I'm out of gas this time, so I got to get more. And I ain't going to have time to do all that today. So, oh, excuse me. But ain't nothing like cooking on the grill. Man, love it. I won't even eat a hamburger if it's cooked in a frying pan. Don't care for it. I like a grilled burger. I think it's the grease, sits in the grease, maybe changes the flavoring. I don't know. Oh, lordy, lordy. I got to stop and pick something up to eat. I'm away to my next destination. I should have planned it. I could have made a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. See, I like peanut butter and jelly. A couple PB&J sandwiches, bag of chips, can of Pepsi. Love it. 1 minute. Oh, 30 seconds until we go back. I can't stop yawning now. Better mess around and not stretch too far. Mess around and throw my back out again. I was lucky this time. It was only a couple of days of misery. But sometimes, whew. Oh, it's painful anyway. All right, we're back on a Wednesday. Good morning. Bob has joined us. Just Bob is here in the flesh.
Ta-da!
Yay!
It's been a challenge this morning, but yes, did arrive.
Yes, there we go. Change the banner. Listen to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern on the 93.97 Network app.
Found in your app store.
Yeah. All right. Did you know today is Eat Whatever You Want Day, Bob?
Funny you should mention that. I just did.
You just ate whatever you wanted?
That's right.
What'd you eat?
I had not had a sausage McMuffin with egg, and I can't tell you when.
That sounds good.
It's been at least a year.
That sounds good.
And it just hit me this morning. I just absolutely, positively, that's what I wanted, and I wanted it now. So
I ain't mad at you.
No, I mean this can't happen again for another year now. But this was good. This was really good.
Every now and again, you got to do that.
Well, yeah, it doesn't hurt if you do it once in a while. It's when you make it your Your
every
staple.
day.
Yeah.
You know? It's funny because we had McDonald's breakfast a couple weekends ago. We both had a Saturday morning or something. I think it was a Saturday, had to have been,
Mm-hmm.
or a Sunday. And my partner says, "What do you want?" You know, and I go, "Well, give me the big breakfast with the hot cakes and sausage."
Mm-hmm.
And Grego says, "You eat whoever you want." Okay, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Listen, mister.
Yeah.
You can take
Easy,
that all kinds of
Jeffrey
ways,
Dahmer.
can't you?
Yeah. But now what was I saying?
You were getting the big breakfast at McDonald's.
Yeah, and got the hot cakes and sausage and everything. So I don't know how it ended up, but I cut the biscuit in half.
Mm-hmm.
I put the egg on it. I put the sausage on it. I end up with the sausage and egg and cheese biscuit, or a sausage and egg biscuit
Right.
with hot cakes.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think to myself, well, price-wise, was it a bargain? I don't care. But price-wise, is it a bargain? Or should I have just gotten the sausage biscuit with egg and a side of or a side of hot cakes?
Mm-hmm.
You
Good
know?
question. Yeah.
Ends up being the same thing the way I eat it.
I never get the hot cakes there because for one thing, I always feel like I can make those at home anyway.
Well,
So it's got to be a place that is known for it and is special for it, like the IHOP or maybe the Waffle House if you find yourself in front of one. You know, something
I
like that.
like the McDonald's hotcakes. They're pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like them. I don't know that they're great,
Yeah, well,
but
again,
it's a pancake.
it's a
right?
pancake
So
at the right
how
time.
great
So
can it
yeah,
be?
it's not horrible. Well, it's like the sandwiches, the McGriddles too, because they're like the sandwich inside of a pancake or a waffle.
Yeah,
so
not a
you
fan.
but they're sticky. You eat
Yeah.
them and your fingers get all full of maple stuff. And
Mm-hmm. Kind of like when guys go down. Oh, never mind. Come up sticky and glazy. No, but I'm not a big fan of the griddle though. Of the McGriddle, I'm not a big fan of it. But I love the egg and cheese McMuffin.
Yep.
I love the sausage biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
I love the sausage biscuit with egg.
Yeah. Mine's got to have the egg and the cheese on it. Whether it's the sausage or if it's the ham or whatever it is, it's got to have the egg and the cheese both.
I know where I'm going on my way to my next destination.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to hit McDonald's for breakfast.
You better get to the office real quick. I think they flipped the menu at 10:30.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah. Anyway, that's eat whatever you want day. That was my eat whatever I want day. Now, when it comes to drink whatever I want day later, that's a different story.
Drink whatever you want day. I've got somebody coming over this evening.
Mm-hmm.
I got to work until around 5. And then at about 5, well, I'm going to leave about 4:30 because at 5 o'clock, the landlord's coming over to look at the back deck. We have a beautiful back deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big, it's a big, huge deck. There's a small upper level and then a big lower level.
Very
it's
spacious.
beautiful, but they built it improperly and it's rotted and it needs to go. And he's coming over today to look at it. And we had even told him, we don't care. It's a rental. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I said, I don't care if you put up another deck because I know how expensive decks are.
Mm-hmm.
Just something nice. We can put patio blocks, something so we can put because we've got furniture. We got 2 tables and stuff.
Yeah. It's Michigan. You want to sit outside in the summer. You want to do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, we don't even need to rebuild the deck if you don't want to. And he said, no, I'm a big deck person. But it also adds value to the home.
Well, sure.
Right. And we pay $1,400, not to air my business, but we pay $1,400 a month for rent.
Yeah.
So everything needs to be proper.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
And I'm excited to and I told him, I'll help you tear the deck down.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. Take all the bolts out, the deck screws, and it's already all rotted.
Well, if it's half rotted anyway, it is going to kind of, the screws and stuff are going to fall out as you get it shaking and moving. And
And the corners, a lot of the screws and stuff aren't even holding anything together anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, that'll be nice to see what comes of that.
Yeah. But then after that, it is game night at the Adam's Apple tonight. I may sneak up there and play a game of Monopoly or Life or Euchre or something.
See, I'm probably going to have to go earlier on happy hour, but but that crossed my. I wanted to go yesterday, but that didn't work. So
Yeah, that happens.
Life happens. Life happens every day, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't one thing, it's another.
There's a song about that.
Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Retro.
Woman dumps a bucket of urine on her neighbor because his chicken was pooping on her back patio. Guess what state we're in?
Why is it we all aspire to go there?
Florida, we're looking at you again, baby.
Good morning, Florida. Or good, yeah.
There's a lot of levels to this story.
I'm confident.
Woman dumped a bucket of urine on the man because his chicken was pooping in her yard. Angered that the neighbor's chicken had been pooping on the back patio, a Florida woman retrieved a bucket of pee from her bathroom and proceeded to douse the bird's owner with the bowel liquid.
She obviously had to be planning this for a while.
Well, there's a lot of levels here. When's the last time you've had a bucket of urine in your bathroom?
Well, this is what I mean. She had to have been peeing in the bucket for a week. This had to be well calculated in advance. Yes.
There are some that would say fresh urine doesn't bother me one bit. But how old is the pee? Who pees in a bucket in their bathroom in the United States of America in 2022? I mean,
oh, apparently she does.
Just not every home come with a toilet? Isn't that like standard things? Like,
or an outhouse or something?
I
a facility?
don't believe you're legally allowed to occupy a place that does not have a commode in it and a shower.
Mm-hmm.
So she was mad that the chicken's pooping in the backyard. So she goes inside, grabs a bucket of pee from her bathroom, walked out on the back patio, and threw the full bucket of pee all over him. Hit him in the face. The bucket hit him in the face. She threw the whole bucket. She didn't just take the pee and have the bucket in her hand. She chucked the bucket full of pee at him.
Oh, well.
Struck him in the face.
I see you get a concussion or something from that.
Caused him pain.
Yeah.
And the sheriff deputy noted, when I arrived on the scene, the victim was wet and smelled of urine. Well, no kidding, man. She just threw a bucket of pee all over me. What did you expect me to smell like? A bucket of roses?
I didn't pee myself, you could see.
She peed me.
That's right. Sounds like a game. Sounds like some kind of game.
Who pinned the tail on the donkey? Who peed on me?
That's right.
Sounds like something you'd hear at the hayloft on a Friday night.
it sounds like a game. Could happen somewhere.
Just go lay in the trough in the men's room. Close your eyes and open your mouth.
Stop.
Oh, don't think that's probably not been done. We all know that one guy that likes to lay in the ice.
The place does have a history, doesn't it?
First of all, men, can we do away with the public urination? We all know splatter. Mm-hmm. So you're standing next to each other. at a ball game or at a bar where there's an open trough, and you're all just letting your dinglings wiggle down, and everybody pulled it a little bit before because they want, long as you can make it so everybody's looking.
It's got to look good, yeah.
A little bit of pee's getting all over you. God forbid, summertime, we're wearing sandals.
Oh.
If you pee standing up next to somebody else, you're getting a golden shower on your toes. You don't even know it. Sit down to pee. It's the right thing to do.
Well, yeah, but if you got bad knees.
Well, true, but they're that bad.
Well, if you got bad knees and you can stand to pee, then,
Well, yeah, but
I'm not saying pee with 8 other people. I'm just saying you can stand.
We need a 3-foot tall toilet. So you can just walk up, lay your business in it.
There you go.
Pee, pull your business back out.
I'm all
And
for
if
that.
the water's deep enough, you can wash it right while it's there.
Look at that, yeah.
Stick your wiener right in the pee water.
Stop it. Your imagination, lady. I don't know.
Now, according to the arrest report, they were not able to prove that she had the bucket of pee ready to go for this occasion. So it wasn't a premeditated urination. Her boyfriend was also arrested.
Oh, no. He was a co-contributor.
Yeah, because he ran over and started peeing on him when he was laying there. No.
No. But
No, her boyfriend threatened the guy. So you got hit in the face with a bucket of pee. The cops came, and now her boyfriend comes out and threatens him when the cops are there.
Well, that's really dumb. Greg, what are you going to do with you, man?
You read it.
I've seen plenty there.
Oh.
I can picture it. It's probably funny as all hell, but
A golden shower. Look up the song Golden Shower from the Mentors. You will not thank me later, but you will.
I'll put it on my to-do list today. I have the day off.
Yeah. Golden Showers from the Mentors.
So did she get arrested? Did she go to jail? Did she?
She's arrested, but how many people have a bucket of pee? Like what?
No,
I've never even outdoors. Like
if you go camping for a week.
I know it's like how do you things happen, but you're home. Is your toilet broke?
No,
Now
you're planning on whipping a bucket of pee at someone. It's like, you got to prepare. Can't. Yeah, I know.
And so if the toilet's broke, I would hate to look at the grass outside the bathroom window. How long have they been doing it? Or do they just pour it down the drain?
Well,
So are we now peeing in a bucket and washing it down the drain? And then you need a potato masher for the poop.
Stop.
So, because you pour that in the tub, turn the water on, and now you got to mash it down and get it all
my
mushy.
God.
Can you imagine? So,
I can't. It's all got to go somewhere, right?
It's a natural function, but
it is. Gosh. But then people make it. Then people make it unnatural. You're hurting me.
It's to me. It just goes to show we never know what people are doing in their homes.
No, we never know, and we don't want to know.
What do you do? What would you do? You walk into my home, and you're having dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're out back having some drinks. I'm making some dinner on the grill. We're having a good old time. You go excuse yourself to use the men's room. You go in there and you see a towel, no toilet paper, and a wooden bucket.
I was just going to say, I'd ask you, could I please go to the bucket room?
I have to add to the bucket list.
The bucket list.
Do you pee in the bucket and come out with it in front of everybody and go, hey, where do I dump my pee?
What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, what do I do with this? I went number 1 and 2.
Well, that goes around the corner behind the garage.
Yeah, dump it in the neighbor's yard. We hate them.
Oh.
It's
Ow.
amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
The neighborhood. I could imagine the neighborhood. You got chickens running around pooping. You got a lady. I'll show them. You got.
I'm not going to be left out of this fun.
Yeah, I think so. Oh man, oh man.
Florida, we love you.
Yeah, absolutely. Never a dull moment.
No,
in
no.
Florida.
No.
See, this is a perfect example of the abortion issue. Perfect example right here. 14-year-old gets pregnant at the zoo. Oklahoma City, a 14-year-old chimpanzee at the Oklahoma Zoo, pregnant.
Thank you for clarifying. I could not possibly come up with a visual that was
You don't want to visualize
even
a 14-year-old.
remotely appropriate. No.
There's, to me, a 14-year-old getting pregnant. You got to look at the parents a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't control what the kids are doing, but you can guide them up in the way they're supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the chimpanzee is due to be born in the fall. It's her second child.
Well, congratulations for her.
Hopefully everything works out good. Unlike the wallaby in the Detroit Zoo that's missing.
Yeah, what happened there? I have one bad thought that happened there. I think some hungry hawk paid a visit.
That's what they're afraid of.
But they say they had cameras and everything, and they ought to be able to see that. But
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
It's a terrible story.
Would somebody be able to take it? Would somebody be able
how.
to? Right? I mean,
they said you can't really get in there, and it can't really get out of there because of the way it's built.
Well, it's the Detroit Zoo, so yeah.
But
isn't that a possibility?
I say, but again, we have some professionals in town, so
yeah. Yeah. Remember, the Titanic was unsinkable, so
yeah,
anything's possible in life.
You are right about that. Poor little wallaby. We got to find him today, man.
I know. It's sad, and we don't know what happened, but could you imagine what luck? A hawk or a big whatever else could swoop down and get it.
Those hawks are getting more and more aggressive, at least here locally where we've got them. I see them from time to time. And yesterday, you mentioned that, we were walking, I was watching a mama and daddy goose had the 6 little babies following around behind them. And as I drove just a little bit further, you could see the big old hawk up in the sky, kind of zooming down in the direction of. And I didn't want to see the rest, and thankfully I drove past it. But they'll pick up small dogs, from what I've heard. So
yes, absolutely. We don't let our dogs outside without us being with them.
Right. That's what I mean. So if they can do that, then.
It was crazy, too, because last year, our neighbor pointed out, look at the hawk. It was up on top of a post. And it was a big hawk. And all the birds, the blue jays and all the birds, all teamed up and went after it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we were like, wow. They were chirping and going after it. And the hawk at first tried to defend itself off. And then it flew away, and all the birds went back doing what they were doing. It was like, nope, you're not coming here. But we got little dogs. Like, you're not doing that. So I'll take one. I'll take a beak to the side of the face to protect my dogs. No problem whatsoever.
Well, you have to have a baseball bat handy or something.
I don't want to hurt them. They're just doing what's
Well,
natural. I just want to fend it off.
well,
Like,
yeah. You fend it out. You look at it with your mean face and you say, "You go away." And if he doesn't go away, then he does not a good listener and needs a little.
oh, pretty presumptive of you to think it speaks English. Maybe it's from another country.
Can read,
What if it's a Canadian geese?
can read Skullface, right? I mean, Skullface
What if-
is Skullface. It doesn't matter what language you speak.
Oh yeah, resting bitch face is universal
Thank you.
language.
And I've got it down to a science, baby.
Mhm. It's the protective angry mother.
Uh-huh.
All right, you got
Indeed.
birthdays up?
I do have birthdays up. There's not too many for today, but there's a few. Let's see. Rapper Ace Hood is 34 today. I have not heard Ace's music. I can honestly say that.
Aw.
But he's only 34. I'm a little older than that. So, I'd have to be introduced to new stuff. Now, here's more of the vintage. Former MTV VJ Martha Quinn is 63.
Oh yeah, Martha Quinn. I
Martha
remember when
Quinn.
MTV started.
Me too. Martha Quinn, almost Social Security. For God's sake, what is this world coming to? We're all getting there, that's for sure. What else we got here? Like I said, there's not too many. There was another one up here.
I don't see anything worth talking about for me.
Let's see. Actor Tim Blake Nelson turns 58. He appeared in The Incredible Hulk as the character who becomes the comic villain, the Leader. So if you're familiar with the Incredible Hulk movie, and he played an important role in that. And actor Jeffrey Donovan from Law and Order is 54 today. And that, I'm not seeing much more on the list here.
Well,
The character Jubilee from X-Men Apocalypse, actress Lana Condor, turns 25.
okay.
X-Men the Apocalypse, another one I missed. See, I can't sit still for a movie. It's probably not even a movie. Actress
I have
and
no
singer
idea.
Sabrina Carpenter turns 22. She once appeared as a guest judge on Project Runway.
Oh. Oh, Grego giving a shout out to Adam's Apple manager, Michelle Franklin, our dear friend, celebrating a birthday today.
How did I
Oh,
slap me one upside the head? Of course she is. How did she not get on the birthday list here? I think
not
it's because
sure.
of all my technical difficulties this morning. I
Uh-huh.
got distracted. Yes.
So happy birthday, Michelle. We will be
Yes.
celebrating Saturday at the Adam's Apple. Full 2 grills going,
Oh man.
barbecue, and a party all day, all night.
I'm gonna have to go raise a glass today. I think. I'm afraid I'm not gonna get to go Saturday. But that is a
Saturday.
party. Her birthday party is every year. It's the big party.
Uh-huh.
It's the
All
big
day,
deal.
all night.
It is the big deal, and it is a blast. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try to get up there. I'm gonna try really hard for Saturday because that's one not to miss if you can avoid it.
I agree. You can't ask for more. You really
No,
can't.
they go out of their way and over the top, and again, especially for birthday girl here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
National Twilight Zone Day today.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. I
Well,
should have had the music up.
It feels like it's starting out that way, but I'm not going to put up with that for very long. So
Well, that's the whole retrograde, Mercury and
Right.
retrograde and all that stuff. If you believe in the astrology of it all, people go, well, Mercury and retrograde or whatever. I go, what? I don't get into all that. My partner, she believes in the astrology and the stuff like that.
Yes,
Hey.
she does. I find it fascinating. It's funny to
Mm-hmm.
listen to both of you because you have a certain mindset and she has a certain mindset, and they are different in a lot of ways. And but I find some of her stuff quite fascinating.
Greg, I don't know why. I'm afraid to click the link. You go ahead.
Greg, I'm not touching anything that Greg sends in a link. Are you kidding me?
No,
Talk
you
about
better not.
talk about not safe for work. Especially with the headline. No, thank you.
Yeah. When the headline reads "Pee on me," click the link. Well, let's see here. Not on a work computer, I can tell you.
It's a Bill Withers song. Pee on me when you're not strong.
The bosses are listening, going, "We cannot let them on our computer. They're going to be putting all this crap on. We don't click the links." Just so
we're gonna get disciplined today a little bit, chastised perhaps.
I like a good discipline, and I hope I get
well,
a
a little too much topic of pee going on here. Yeah, let's move the conversation, right?
What are they going to do? Throw a bucket of urine on you?
No, they're way too classy for that. Piss on it.
Oh, I
No,
forgot.
they're the classy. They're the classy ones in the building, not us.
Right. Well, I'm from the 313 area code. Okay, look it up.
Uh-huh.
I'm the type of person that gets face tattoos. Okay.
Oh yes, how nice for you.
No, that wouldn't even be cute for me.
No, it would not be cute for you.
I don't have a tattoo on my body. The face would not be the first place to go.
No, and and if I was going to get a tattoo, I'd have to experiment first to see if I could ever do it again. So there's really only one place it could go where you would never see it, just as a test tattoo. I was going to say it's a test
temporary ones.
That's a test. Well, yeah, but you could always do that, and then you can put that anywhere. But I'm saying if I'm going to have them inking something, I guess they're going to get a full moon. I don't know what to tell you.
I got to change our ending to pee in a bucket or pee in a toilet. So,
once you
be kind and pee in a toilet and flush it down. If it's yellow, don't let it mellow.
Katy Perry, let me see your peacock.
Oh, I want to see your peacock. Oh my goodness. Do you have a word of the day before we get out of here?
I do, and how appropriate. It has to do with water, but not pee.
Well, it's all
this
water
is but I take that back actually, because it has to do with the ocean. It isn't that, the Earth's
fish
toilet
from
ocean. Yeah, fish do. Thalassophobia. I had no idea that this thing existed. I just would call it fear of the sea, which is what it is.
Fear of the sea?
Fear of the sea. Like you probably wouldn't go on a cruise if you have thalassophobia.
No. But you can retire on a cruise ship cheaper than you can for an assisted living facility.
We discovered that, didn't we?
Yeah, it's amazing. I have a funny feeling that the prices would probably end up being more equal.
Well, they'd find a way to balance it out, yes. But anyway, thalassophobia. I'm not going to be on the sea today, so no fears here.
No, I'm not afraid of it. I respect it.
Well, yeah.
I'm not going in the ocean. It's just deadly, right? Jellyfish. Watch out for the jellyfish. I'm 1 inch into the water and I'm already risking my life. I'll pass. Because once you get past the jellyfish, they only get bigger from there. It's sharks.
Yes, big teeth.
And then if you get further out, whales. Girl, no, not happening.
Wouldn't you want to check out the inside of a whale? See what's going on in there?
Huh?
Wouldn't you want to check out the inside of a whale? See what's going on in there?
No, I'll leave that to Pinocchio.
Okay.
Wasn't that Pinocchio who was in the whale?
No, it was the who was the guy?
Oh, the dad.
Geppetto? Yeah.
Yeah, Geppetto.
And I'm sure we got the story wrong and we'll get corrected and it was someone else, but that's what comes to mind.
All right, that does it for us for the day. Thank you for letting us in your house, car, or wherever you were listening today. And remember, opinions are a dime a dozen. Validation is for parking. And loyalty is not a word, it's a lifestyle. Life is too short to put your key to happiness in someone else's pocket. And in a world where we can be anything, be kind. We have no idea what a kind word or a friendly smile could do to impact someone's day, maybe even change their life. And remember, when it's yellow, let it mellow. When it's brown, flush it down.
and be a solid citizen. Don't pee in someone's pocket. You can put your key in there, but don't pee in there.
Absolutely. All right, I'm Sapphire Pates.
I am just Bob.
We're out of here. See you Friday. Have a great day. Bye-bye. All right. Well, that worked out good.
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah, I got to work at Meyer till
Yeah.
around 4:30 today. I started back there pretty much full time now.
Yeah, I keep drifting back that way. It's
Yeah.
I
Well-
kept saying how I wanted, fewer hours than that, try to keep it close to 30. But we had our corporate visitors yesterday, so the 2 days prior were Panic City, and everybody was up.
Right.
And I didn't hear what the outcome was yesterday, but I know both mornings I went in a little bit. Like after the show, I went in and helped her for a couple hours, and then yesterday I opened for a couple hours. And
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing now. I started again last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave here, go to Meyer, work a shift, go
Mhm.
home, go to bed, get up,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tuesday and Thursday, I just do Meyer.
Right.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is here, Meyer, and then if I got games that night,
Yeah.
which they canceled my game for tonight, I'm grateful.
Yes. Yes.
So I've got 2 games tomorrow though, so I get out of Meyer at 2, leave, go home, grab my camera, go to Lake Orion, film 2 games, so I won't get home till 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
But
You've got a full schedule. I'm feeling it today for sure. I'm really enjoying not having to go today, just because the last 5 in a row have been
right.
enough to make me rethink this whole concept.
It's tough, especially with summer coming now. It's like, man.
Oh, she knows better too. She knows. I told her, look, I'll work for you. I'll work just about any shift for 8 or 9 months out of the year, but my summer, I'm gonna get real selfish.
Yeah. I don't blame you either.
No, she gets it.
Yeah. But all right, I gotta scram.
See
I'm
you
on
later.
a tight schedule now, yeah.
Yes, you are.
I will talk with you if not sooner. I will see you Friday morning.
I'll raise a glass for you.
Yes,
at the
please
Apple.
do.
All right.
I'll be up there probably around 6 for game night, but I can't stay long
Yeah.
because I got to get up in the morning.
Right. Yeah, I can't be there. Even Brian's working later today, but I can't stay that late. So
Yeah. All right. Have a
All
good
right.
one.
You too. See ya. Bye.